guys, welcome back to my channel. So, have you ever listened to a song that gave you chills, like actual goosebumps? It's such an incredible feeling, right? But why does this happen? Today I'm going to be diving into the science behind why music can physically move us, literally giving us goosebumps, and spoiler alert, it's all in our brain. Let's talk about what causes goosebumps, or what is goosebumps. Goosebumps happen when tiny muscles just at the base of your hair follicles contract. This usually happens when we're feeling cold, when we're scared, or a music or song strikes an emotional chord. But when it comes to music, unlike the cold and fear, music is not about survival. Music is all about emotion. So now let's talk about why music triggers goosebumps. When we hear music that really moves us, something amazing happens in our brain. And this part responsible for this is called the reward system. And this system releases a chemical called dopamine, which makes us feel good. And this is also the same chemical that is released when we eat something delicious or when we experience love or are in love. And I wrote something here I would share. It says, music, especially those powerful moments like a big chorus or a key change, is what triggers this reward system and gives you that rush of dopamine. That is exactly what gives you chills when you listen to music. Now let's talk about what kind of music gives us these triggers or these goosebumps, chills. What kind of music creates such emotion? It's usually songs or music that have a big emotional build up, like a powerful crescendo, surprising key change, or that high pitch vocal notes that just hits the right spot. We call it ad-libs. That when an artist does or makes certain ad-libs, you even tend to enjoy it more better than the song, and it just hits that spot. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about if you've experienced it. So all of these musical surprises catches us off guard and leaves us with a lasting emotional impact, and that is why music causes goosebumps. And the kind of music, this is the science behind why we experience goosebumps. Like I said, all of these musical surprises is what creates a lasting emotional impact. But here's another surprise. Music can also trigger goosebumps from our memories. You heard me right. So let's talk about how our memories also play a huge role. When you listen to a song and it reminds you of a moment, in that moment, your brain reconnects with the emotion you were feeling or the emotions you were feeling at that time you listen to the song. I don't know if it makes sense that whenever you listen to a song and it reminds you of a moment, your brain automatically tries to reconnect to the emotion you were feeling on that day, and that is what makes the music feel more intense because of all the emotions and the memories attached to it. So now it's not just about the notes, it's not about the lyrics, what they say, it's all about how it links to your life, and like I say, our life is only you really understands your journey. So most times when someone says something that you're thinking or you're feeling that you haven't been able to put into words, it just creates such a high emotion that just makes the music even more intense, coupled up with our memories and the emotions we're feeling at that moment in time. There was a video I posted a few weeks back. If you just go back a few videos down, you will see it. I spoke about some songs that changed my life, and for this memories part, I would say I'm going to leave the video at the end of this video and also in the description box. You should give it a listen. For those songs, why I feel 2 years, 3 years later, I'm still so drawn to the song is, just as I explained, using these memories. When I listen to the song, it takes me back to the very first day I heard the song and it transformed my life. So like I say, my brain reconnects with the emotion I felt that day, and it just makes the music even more intense, which gives me goosebumps and also gives me that adrenaline rush or dopamine rush, which leaves me longing for more. So that's the best way I can explain it. So you should just give that video a listen to see some of the songs that actually gives me goosebumps, or I'll say changed my life. So yeah, but in all of this I have said, I want you to understand that not everyone experiences goosebumps through music, and that is perfectly normal because some people's brains are just wired differently and it doesn't make you different. There are some people that actually don't experience goosebumps or chills from music. But if you're someone who get goosebumps or chills from music, it just means that you have a higher emotional sensitivity. So in case you're wondering, you just have a higher emotional sensitivity. But even if you don't experience goosebumps from music, it's fine. Music plays such a huge role in how we all feel individually. So guys, I would love to hear from you guys. What are those songs that leaves you having goosebumps each time you listen to them? I know there are some songs that we get goosebumps each time we listen to them. So feel free, let me know in the comment section what are some of yours. And if you're wondering what some of mine are, like I said, I'll link it towards the end of this video, and I'll also add it in the description box. So please let me know what you guys are thinking. And before we go, let's move into what I've been watching and what I've been listening to this week. It's been such a long time since I shared what I've been listening to or watching, and it's because I actually haven't been watching to and listening to as much, or I would say at all. So that's why I've not been speaking about it. I have been busy studying, so I have not had the time. But this week I've been able to watch a series called The Old Man. It's on streaming platforms. It's not on Netflix. Well, you can find it on Flixstore. That's where I'm watching it. And any other streaming platform, it should be there. It's an interesting series. You should give it a watch. But it does have this slow pace to it. But if you follow it, you're going to enjoy it. It's interesting. You should give it a watch. And I've been watching Empire as well. I mentioned it in my previous video. I started watching Empire. I'm currently on season 2, episode 7 or 8. I'm not so sure, but Empire is really interesting. I can see why there was so much hype around it when it was trending or reigning in its time. But yeah, it's such an interesting TV show that really gives you a different side to life. It shows you a different side to life, and I would say you should give it a listen because there are so many lessons to be learned from Empire, so many lessons, and it is that evergreen TV show that come which year, it will always remain relevant, interesting, and filled with so much lessons. So these are the two I've been watching, and also I started watching AGT. As well, not started, but resumed watching AGT, and I am in the quarterfinals, I think. And if you're not watching AGT, I would want to encourage you to please try watching AGT. You know, it's inspiring, it's motivational because you get to see people chasing and living their dreams. And which other motivation is better than seeing people achieving their dreams when you're trying to also achieve yours, if that makes sense? So you should give AGT a watch. It is inspiring and it's encouraging, you know, to never give up on your dreams, chase it, and one day, you never can tell, you'll get to that big stage you've always dreamt of. And then for the songs, what have I been listening to, guys? I kid you not, I am still listening to Lungo Boy since its release. I've been listening to when I do get the time to listen to songs. That's what I've been listening to, Lungo Boy. It's evergreen in my ears and it just resonates so much with me, all the songs. When I did the review, I don't remember if I said I didn't like any song or not. I can't remember, I'm not sure. But so far, the only song I would say I'm not vibing with is Wine. But every other song is on replay, steady. So that's what I've been listening to. And if you haven't listened to it, please give it a listen. And if you listen to it, you don't get the hype or you don't understand what I see in it, probably he's not just that artist for you, or probably you should listen more deeper, you know, because sometimes these musicians tend to say so many things at once, and if you're not mindful, you tend to pass or miss the message they are trying to pass. So just listen to it with a listening ear or a hearing ear, and you will come to love it. And yeah, if this video resonates with you, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you get notified each time I post, and share so that we keep the conversations going. I would love to hear more from you guys, and yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Guys, I know that this is not an actual vlog, but I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. I haven't been able to have any food for some days now because I had tooth extraction and I removed more than one teeth, so I'm so hungry. This would be my first meal since 3 days or so I'm very hungry. Let's see how I can stomach this or swallow it without chewing. But guys, how beautiful is this view? While eating, we have a speedboat here, just enjoying the sounds of the waves. Just lovely. Look at who is here. Hi.